We're diving into the electrifying speculation surrounding Randy Orton potentially forming an alliance with Cody Rhodes and the current World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. This dream trio has the WWE Universe buzzing with excitement, and for good reason. Orton's legendary career, combined with the star power of Rhodes and Uso, could create a faction that shakes the foundations of WWE, delivering gripping storylines and unforgettable matches. Let's break down why this alliance could be one of the most explosive developments in WWE's new era, exploring the history, rivalries, and narrative potential that make this trio a perfect fit. Randy Orton is a name synonymous with WWE greatness. A 14-time world champion, Orton has built a legacy as one of the most cunning, versatile, and dangerous competitors in wrestling history. Known as the Viper, his methodical in-ring style and devastating RKO have made him a fan favorite and a nightmare for opponents. Now, imagine Orton joining forces with Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare and current face of WWE, and Jey Uso, the charismatic main event star carving his own path. This trio could dominate the landscape, creating compelling narratives that captivate fans and pundits alike. The potential for thrilling matches, dramatic betrayals, and intense rivalries is endless, and the WWE Universe is already hyped for what could be a game-changing alliance. One of the most compelling reasons for Orton to align with Rhodes and Uso is his storied history with John Cena, the current undisputed WWE Champion. Their rivalry is one of the most iconic in WWE history, spanning decades and producing countless classic matches. Orton's loss to Cena at this year's Backlash has only fueled his desire for redemption. Returning to WWE and teaming with Rhodes and Uso could amplify this feud to new heights. Rhodes, fresh off his monumental victory over Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41, and Uso, who has broken free from the Bloodline shadow, share Orton's hunger for dominance. Together, their combined star power could create must-see moments, drawing massive attention to their clashes with Cena and his potential allies. Orton's versatility adds another layer to this potential alliance. His recent encounters with Logan Paul, the social media star turned WWE sensation, showcased his ability to adapt to the new generation of superstars. Paul's brash persona and in-ring flair have made him a polarizing figure, and Orton's veteran genius could be the perfect counter. By aligning with Rhodes and Uso, Orton could neutralize Paul's influence, blending his old-school intensity with their modern charisma. This dynamic would create compelling narratives that fuse Orton's experience with the contemporary appeal of Rhodes and Uso, positioning them as a formidable force against Paul and his allies. The possibility of a six-man tag team match adds even more intrigue. Recent events at Saturday night's main event saw Rhodes confirm a tag team match against Cena and Paul. Adding Orton to the mix could transform this into a blockbuster six-man tag, with Cena potentially recruiting a third partner, such as Austin Theory, whom he famously put over at WrestleMania 39. This matchup would shift the storyline's trajectory, introducing new layers of drama and unpredictability. Orton's presence would elevate the stakes, as his history with Cena and his ability to manipulate narratives could lead to shocking twists, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Beyond the immediate rivalries, Orton's return could set the stage for a dramatic heel turn, a hallmark of his career. Known as one of WWE's most cunning heels, Orton has a knack for betraying allies at the most unexpected moments. Teaming with Rhodes and Uso could initially captivate the WWE Universe, drawing them into the trio's quest for dominance. However, Orton's unpredictable nature means a betrayal could be looming, potentially targeting Uso's World Heavyweight Championship. This heel turn would spark a compelling rivalry, shifting attention from Cena to Orton and creating a fresh narrative that keeps fans invested. Orton's ability to play the villain is unmatched, and such a twist would remind everyone why he's called the Apex Predator. The timing for this alliance couldn't be better. With WWE evolving under Paul Triple H Levesque's leadership and Roman Reigns temporarily absent after losing the undisputed WWE Championship, the landscape is ripe for new alliances. Orton's return would not only shake up Monday Night Raw but also set the stage for major events like SummerSlam and Survivor Series. His unfinished business with the Bloodline adds a personal edge to the storyline. In 2022, Orton was sidelined by a severe back injury following a brutal attack by the Bloodline, led by Reigns and the Usos. At the time, Orton and Matt Riddle, as RK-Bro, were one of WWE's most beloved tag teams. The Bloodline's actions derailed their momentum, and Orton never got his revenge. Now, in 2025, the stars are aligning for Orton's comeback, with Reigns off television and Solo Sikoa leading a darker, more chaotic Bloodline 2.0 featuring Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and possibly Jacob Fatu. Orton has a clear path to retribution, teaming with Rhodes, who dethroned Reigns at WrestleMania 41, and Uso, who broke free from the Bloodline's control, would give Orton the perfect allies to wage war. This alliance wouldn't just be about settling scores, it would be a strategic partnership rooted in shared trauma and mutual enemies. Rhodes and Uso have their own history with the Bloodline, making their alliance with Orton a natural fit. The connection between Orton and Rhodes runs deeper than recent events. Fans of WWE's mid-2000s era will remember Legacy, the faction where Orton mentored a young Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. That group was built on the idea of second-generation stars dominating the industry, but it eventually imploded, with Rhodes forging his own path. Now, over a decade later, Rhodes has become a world champion and the face of WWE, while Orton remains a legend. Reuniting as equals, not mentor and student, would complete a narrative arc that's been years in the making. Their shared history adds emotional depth to the alliance, making it more than just a tactical move. It's a story of respect, redemption, and legacy. Jey Uso's journey adds another layer of intrigue. Once Roman Reigns' loyal enforcer, Uso broke free from the Bloodline, choosing to carve his own path. His alliance with Rhodes has been one of WWE's most compelling stories, proving his loyalty and earning the trust of fans. However, with Bloodline 2.0 emerging as a more violent and unpredictable force, Uso and Rhodes need a third man to counter their aggression. Orton, with his experience and ruthless streak, is the perfect fit. His presence would not only bolster their in-ring dominance but also add a psychological edge, as Orton's cunning could outsmart even the most dangerous opponents. Strategically, this alliance makes sense for WWE's long-term plans, with Survivor Series 2025 rumored to revive the classic 5-on-5 elimination format. A team led by Rhodes, Uso, and Orton could become the top babyface unit in the company. Imagine a main event pitting them against Bloodline 2.0, with Sikoa, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, Jimmy Uso, and a surprise recruit. The build-up to this match could involve months of intense storytelling, with Orton's return sparking chaos and setting the stage for one of the most anticipated team showdowns in recent memory. SummerSlam could also benefit from this alliance, as six-man tags and surprise RKOs on Bloodline members would keep fans invested in the slow-burn narrative. Orton's return isn't just about nostalgia, it's about giving him a new chapter. For years, he's been the lone wolf, striking when least expected and trusting no one, but this alliance could show a wiser, more collaborative Orton, one who's still dangerous but willing to stand beside those who've earned his respect. Rhodes, with his heart and determination, and Uso, with his fire and redemption story, are the perfect partners for this evolution. Their alliance would signal that Orton is not just a legend but a leader, ready to shape WWE's future. The crowd reaction to Orton's return would be electric. After nearly 3 years away, his music hitting during a climactic moment, perhaps with Rhodes and Uso backed into a corner against Bloodline 2.0, would send the WWE Universe into a frenzy. WWE has a history of maximizing returns, and Orton's comeback could be a defining moment. Whether on Raw or at a premium live event, the visual of Orton delivering an RKO out of nowhere, saving his allies and igniting a new war, would be iconic. In conclusion, the potential alliance between Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso is a storyline that writes itself. Their shared history, common enemies, and individual journeys create a perfect storm of drama, redemption, and revenge. As WWE enters a new era post-WrestleMania 41, this trio could redefine the main event scene, delivering matches and moments that fans will talk about for years. The timing is perfect, the stakes are high, and the Viper is ready to strike. One RKO could change everything. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our WWE official YouTube channel for more updates.